Good morning. It's Thursday, March 5th. It's the good news brief, and we keep doing the good news brief no matter what. It's a practice. Just so happens I saved the perfect story to kick us off this week, which is a piece the New York Times did on schools in Gaza. So, this is a network of free private schools. They're called Academies of Hope, and they are the work of a Palestinian American neurosurgeon, Dr. David Hassan. Now, he has not been to Gaza. He's used partners on the ground to put together this initiative of schools that have 9,000 pupils in grades 1 through 9 attending 5 campuses in southern Gaza. They do 3-hour shifts, they get hot meals, they get medical and psychological attention, but the curriculum itself, and they do a lot of work to make sure that Hamas doesn't infiltrate the staff. There's been a long critique of this area that Hamas infiltrates aid organizations. So they do a lot of work around that. But they do weekly lessons on peace building, talking about tolerance and respect for differences, the golden rule, conflict resolution. There's a video of a little boy drawing the Palestinian and Israeli flags side by side, saying, "I wish there will be no more wars so that we can live." But what I thought was so interesting is he took the Palestinian Authority's curriculum and he changed it. So a math problem comparing the number of martyrs killed in the first and second wars have been replaced with one involving attendance at a West Bank soccer match. A reading comprehension selection praising a woman who led a 1978 massacre that killed 38 Israelis, including 13 children, has been replaced with one about Hind al-Hassuini, a pioneering Palestinian educator. I just thought this was such an incredible story and just work. Like, when you say peace building, what does that mean? Well, it means I took the curriculum and I went piece by piece and I changed the language and examples that we give children as we teach them reading and math. I just brings tears to my eyes. This is an incredible story. Let's go in a totally different direction. The Economist had a story about flying boats. They're flying. So they use these underwater wings that are basically they're electric hydrofoils. And so they lift the boat like a half a meter above the water. So it reduces drag and energy. So it doesn't take as much to propel them, like 80% less energy to propel them. And they don't make any what's the word I want? Wake. They don't produce any wake. So they can go really fast. They're not limited by speed. So there's a lot of coastal cities that have basically like boat traffic jams. And these flying boats, I thought we would get flying cars before we got flying boats. But here we are. They can make like a huge difference. Fascinating. Okay, speaking of fascinating. This biologist, Eric Frank, does work on African carpenter ants. Okay. And what he discovered is that they're doctors, basically. They will prophylactically amputate the infected limbs of other ants. What? So they make this like antimicrobial goo that they will treat. And they have all these trove of basically like a little pharmacy that they make. And then you can guess the next thing. We're like, "Oh, what you got in your pharmacy there, carpenter ants?" But it's an incredible breakthrough, and we'll learn about all these compounds and proteins that they use to care for each other, but also they care for each other. That's incredible. Okay, last biomedical breakthrough. So they are working on a fentanyl vaccine. I think one of you guys sent me this story. It's groundbreaking, obviously, and it is entering human trials. And so basically what it does is it trains the immune system to produce antibodies that bind to the fentanyl and keep it in the blood, preventing the opioid from reaching the brain and causing an overdose where the brain stops, pumping the heart and producing oxygen and all that stuff. So, I feel like if it's entering human trials, this shows a lot of promise. I wonder if this could really help with some of our vaccine hesitancy. But it's really, really incredible work. Okay, I know. It's been an intense week. We made it. I will be back with you on Monday. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. I will not be back here Monday or Tuesday because I am taking my middle son on a special trip, just me and him to go skiing. So, and then I will officially sing bye-bye to winter. I love winter, but I'm done. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done after this. For real, for real, for real. Okay, so I will see you here on Wednesday. And until then, keep it nuanced, y'all.